Welcome to Main Street Mavericks, celebrating conversations with exceptional Main Street businesses who serve friends and neighbors in your community. Here's your host, Joel Helfer.
Good afternoon. This is Joel Helfer from Main Street Mavericks Radio, and today we have a real exclusive and special joint discussion that includes Craige Thompson of Thompson Patent Law, Ron Schmelzer, Chief Event Wrangler of the Tech Breakfast in Austin, and Kathleen Walsh, Content and Innovation Director. And we're going to talk about this great event called the Tech Breakfast, which is going to be held Sunday, March 12th from 9 to 1 p.m. on the rooftop at Fogo De Chao, 309 East 3rd Street in Austin, Texas. Ron,
yes.
Kathleen, Craige, welcome to the show.
Hey, Joel. Thank you. Thrilled to be here.
It's great to have all of you here because we're going to have some fun. Craige, your background, you're a patent attorney from Thompson Patent Law, and give me a little bit of information on how you're going to participate in the Tech Breakfast and why you decided to do it.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why we decided to do it. This is going to be a great event, although this is the first time we're going to be there, but there's a lot of reasons for us and a lot of people to attend. If you're in town, for one thing, they told Ron and Kathleen when they told me there were over 4,500 people who attended last year.
Wow.
To this breakfast. That kind of blew me away. And the fact that they're all generally from the entrepreneurial community and, startups and that's really the focus of it and high tech stuff. And obviously we're patent attorneys and we help people get patents on electrical, mechanical, and software technologies. Those are my people. I was an electrical engineer before I was a patent attorney. So, I mean, those are my people. So I look forward to talking with them and just mixing up with, having the opportunity to talk to that many entrepreneurial type folks. That's amazing. And then, and the other thing is it's right next door to the big event in town that's going on every year, for a couple of weeks. It's the South by Southwest is going on adjacent to it. So while that's happening, this is happening at the same time independently. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and a lot of great people are going to be right in downtown Austin. And of course another sales point that I just couldn't resist was it's breakfast at Fogo De Chao. I mean, how can you resist that? That's amazing.
That sounds really good. I understand you're going to do something special. You're going to give them some special information when they come to visit your kiosk.
Well, I promised to keep it short. They told me I could only go for 5 minutes because I was a lawyer. So, no, but So I'm gonna actually demonstrate my in the 5 minutes the patent magic trick.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's I don't want to give it all away, but it's CPA approved. I did do this inside of a firm of about 30 CPAs, and I explained it to them, and they approved it. They said it made sense, and it's basically how you can take an idea, get a patent, and turn X dollars of cash that you spend on the patent into 99X of cash on your balance sheet. So I'm going to show that.
People will be happy to learn that. It's always good to get a large return on your investment, particularly in today's economy when money is so hard to come by.
Right.
And have you ever attended this breakfast before?
No, but we're really excited. Several members of my team are going to be there. I'm going to be there, Heidi, Shreya, Rachel, and Vincent, and so we're looking forward to answering people's questions and just learning what people are thinking about technology and business and patents.
So this is going to be a great opportunity for people to get to meet you and all of the members of Thompson Patent Law all in one place and have a little fun. And I understand Ron was telling me that there's a specialty of tacos, among other things, for breakfast.
That's right.
Ron, maybe you could tell us a little bit more about, the Tech Breakfast and how it started and why it's important to the people who attend in the city of Austin. I think our audience would like to know that.
Well, sure. Well, thank you once again for having me on the show. It sounds like this is a great audience and you have great listenership. And Tech Breakfast basically started about 5 years ago in the Mid-Atlantic region, and the primary goal was to get entrepreneurs and startups and tech folks together in the morning to basically share their innovations with each other in a show-and-tell sort of demo format event. Right? We try to avoid, as we like to say, avoid death by PowerPoint. So the whole idea is if you have a robot or some sort of software or hardware or anything, you should bring it, show it, just like show and tell in the good old days, and people can interact and talk and communicate. And the whole idea is for us to bring innovation communities together. Well, this idea started really small in Baltimore, and now we're in over 11 locations across the country and over 30,000 members nationwide, stretching from Boston and New York all the way down to Austin and Raleigh-Durham. We're in Silicon Valley. We're up and down the East Coast in New York and Philly and Baltimore and D.C. And
cover a lot of area.
Yeah, we do. We get around and we basically have breakfast for a living. What a job, huh?
Can't beat that. They can't beat that. I understand you have your partner, Kathleen Walsh, who's also on the phone, who's the Content and Innovation Director. That sounds interesting, Kathleen. What exactly do you do to help make this show a great success?
So I help with all the logistics for the events, and I help Ron with content. So we'll both get presenters, or if we have special panels, we'll work on that. And in addition to the event that we're running on March 12th, we do run other events, so I'll help out with those as well, with finding content and help with marketing and all that stuff.
It seems like this is a very popular event in Austin, Texas. Is there anything special that people have to do to attend, or how do they actually get the opportunity to participate in the breakfast?
Yeah. So our event is open to all innovators of all types, all ages, everything. And really the only criterion you need is you need to have something that's demoable, some technology that's demoable, and you should be able to demo in 7 minutes or less. And it's free to participate. It's free to attend, and it's also free to present at our regular Tech Breakfast events. The big showcase event that we have coming up at Fogo De Chao, that one we have to get the tables sold in advance. That one is a special event. But for our usual monthly Austin Tech Breakfast events, basically anybody can go to look for it up on meetup.com. So if you look up Austin Tech Breakfast, that's Tech Breakfast, all one word, you will find the meetup page, and there's a little link there that says, would you like to present? And you can click on that link on the About Us page, and we just ask you for some basic information about what it is you're looking to demo, and you could be up there demoing in front of everybody.
Oh, you do this on a monthly basis. When you do it on a monthly basis, what do you just have one presenter, or do you have a group of presenters?
Yeah, so on our regular Austin Tech Breakfast events, which is what I was referring to there at the meetup, basically we have 4 presenters. They're presenting for 7 minutes each, with 7 minutes of Q&A, interaction with the audience. And it usually runs us about an hour and a half. We of course have our sponsors. They talk a little about what they're working on. We do some event shout-outs. And that's the format of our usual morning Tech Breakfast events that we run across the nation. The March 12th event, the showcase event, is a little special because obviously we have a very large crowd coming, and we also have a much longer amount of time. So for that event, we have 18 tables. We have 18 kiosks that are sort of, if you want to think of them as like tabletop demos or exhibitions, expo tables. And while people are sort of milling about, we basically have a long buffet table in the middle for help yourself make your own breakfast tacos with Fogo De Chao meat, which is, as you can imagine, pretty amazing. While that's going on, we have a demo stage, and the demo stage is there on the rooftop deck in the corner of it, and we're going to be presenting all of the tables. We'll basically have 7 minutes there to demo. It'll be very difficult to do Q&A with that crowd, so we probably won't have too much Q&A, but we'll do sort of like basically the longer version of Tech Breakfast at the showcase event.
Oh, what do people have, like, after they get their food, where they have tables and chairs where they can sit and eat and listen to the different presentations?
Usually what they'll be doing is milling about on the rooftop deck, hopefully interacting and organize with the various tables and seeing what they're up to, and of course watching the demo stage. There isn't really as much room on the rooftop deck to have a lot of seating, but but in our experience with South by Southwest with these events, people are sort of coming in, they're going out. So we basically publish a schedule of the various events that are happening on that day. We have a handout, and people will come. We expect a big rush, as you can imagine, in the early part of the event when it's breakfast time. So hopefully it'll be pretty good.
Sounds good. Craig, you were telling me when we were talking before that you have some special information that people should take advantage of when they stop by your kiosk. Maybe you can talk about that, about things that people should know before they actually hire a patent attorney.
Yeah, we're going to be giving away a one-page infographic that is a cheat sheet of 5 really savvy questions to ask before if you're looking for a patent attorney, to make sure you get somebody who's right for your needs. Not every patent attorney is right for everybody. So that's something I've learned what to ask. Being on the inside for over 15 years, I know what questions to ask, and these are questions that no one would think to ask on their own. So, and when people have asked other attorneys, they said they comment on, wow, these are really good questions. So we're going to give those away as basically a free report.
That sounds great. Just to delve into it a little bit, give me a sample. Like, what's one question that a person should ask you when they decide that they want to have a product that they'd like to patent? What was one of the questions, just to give an idea of what we're talking about?
Sure. One of the things you really need to understand and ask is what's their technology background of the patent attorney, because every patent attorney has a technical background of some kind, but mine, for example, is not chemistry or DNA, and I will not, I'm not really skilled to handle those kind of inventions. If that's what you need, and I'm not the guy for you. You should hire somebody else. Just because I don't understand the technology as well. So if it's electrical or mechanical or software, as an electrical engineer with 10 years of design experience, that's right up my alley. So that's one, is what's the technical background and experience, and do they have industry experience and the kind that you need for whatever your invention is, whatever technologies are behind that, so that they can really explain it well, because it really is a waste of money. Oftentimes, you can have $1 million idea, and if you give it to the wrong patent attorney or they use the wrong patent process, it won't turn out to be $1 million. It'll get destroyed. So I've seen that happen many, many, many times, and so that's one of the 5 criteria is make sure you get somebody with the right technical background.
Well, that's great.
So
now there's a reason for people to come visit you to find out the other 4.
Yep.
Ron,
well, they're even better.
I believe you. I actually am looking forward to get that information myself. Ron, tell me about, you were saying that you've got 18 other kiosks and you've got sponsors, and who are some of the highlights or the reasons people should come to attend the Tech? Because aside from the most important reason is to visit Craige and Thompson Patent Law.
Of course, yeah. Without Craige and folks like him, this event wouldn't be happening at all. So really appreciate getting their involvement, and of course they're going to be up on that stage too. So Craige, if you want to do your magic trick in front of everybody, I'm sure people will be looking forward to it. You'll have that opportunity.
I will.
Yeah, so we have a total of 18 tables. I think first is we have a partnership in this event with a venture capital firm called FFVC. I'm not even sure what the FF stands for. Maybe it's like fast forward. But anyway, they just go by FFVC, and they're part of the other reason why this event gets a lot of attention, because they've run some significant events, and we have some of their portfolio companies are basically going to be participating in this event. These are are technology companies that have raised venture capital money with FFVC, and it includes companies like Distill Networks and Hyperwallet, our friends from Unikey and Guten, and Wade and Wendy and Foden.com and Muse and a bunch of those folks. We also have a lot of startup companies from around the country coming who are participating with us, and also other tech companies including Hyperwallet and G2 and Growth Acceleration Partners, our friends at Unilever, Java Talks, Find My Path, Review Trackers, iReward Health, and Contap, and Colonies. Those folks are demoing. And, of course, we have our partnership for this, and our title sponsor of this event is McCarter & English, which is a well-known large law firm, mostly based on the East Coast. And they do a lot of stuff around corporate formation and, venture capital and the paperwork that you need for all that sort of stuff. And they've been good partners with us on various tech breakfast events. And so that's those are all those folks. You're going to have table time and showcase stage time, and it's always a lot of fun.
Sounds to me like you and Kathleen have put together some of the top experts in the country in technology, which is a field that you can't keep up with. It's moving so fast. It seems like every year or two, what was a big deal now is obsolete because something has replaced it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really, really amazing. How long have you been involved with this since the beginning? Is this something that you created and started?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, started it in Baltimore, of all places, in 2011, and it was really meeting an unmet need from a lot of folks just to interact and see what other people are working on. We did it in the morning because a lot of us get really busy, after work, and, the demo thing couldn't work. We wanted to do something before work or before hours, before we got our day started, and started it in Baltimore in 2011, and it just continued to grow. And we started in Austin not too long after. I think Austin, like maybe a year or two later, we brought Tech Breakfast to Austin, and part because we have some good friends and partners out there, and some of our tech companies had Austin branches, or actually some of them were even based in Austin. And so when we moved it there, we had a good opportunity to get involved with them. In that very first year, we connected with the Austin Chamber of Commerce, and they had an opportunity for us to basically do this showcase stage, and we jumped on it, and we've been doing it ever since.
Sounds good. Craig, you were telling me that you're going to have a bunch of your partners and people you work with at the event. Give me the lineup of who's going to be there, and who else besides you are they going to be able to talk to from your company?
Well, we've got a couple of patent attorneys, and Shreya and Vincent, who are going to be very interesting to talk with, and we've got our very experienced and paralegal Rachel. And if you're in the what we call the TPL patent family, everybody knows Rachel because she's the one that coordinates everything and keeps the trains running on time. So that's going to be an opportunity for any clients we have in Austin and other people to meet Rachel.
Well, that's great. So
it'll be exciting.
I'm sure this is a good opportunity for not only to get you a chance to get new opportunities to do business, but a chance for people who probably have never met you in person, but maybe talk to you and your company members over the phone lots of times.
Yeah. I want to make sure that we get everybody a chance to know exactly how they can attend and get a ticket.
Okay.
And
yes.
Can Ron, can you give us give the audience the lowdown on how they can make sure to attend?
Yes, sure, and glad you mentioned that because I always seem to forget that. So the showcase events, along with all the Tech Breakfast events, are free to attend. There's no ticket cost. There's nothing needed. You don't need any special badges from any events to attend. You can literally register and attend. We do prefer people to register in advance, not just show up, because there is a limit on the capacity for that rooftop deck, and you don't want to be prevented from going up and having those amazing breakfast tacos. So if you want to register, it's really very simple. Just go to austin.techbreakfast, that's breakfast, how you spell breakfast, breakfast.co. So it's austin.techbreakfast.co. And that'll basically is the landing page specifically for the March 12th event. If you're looking to attend an Austin Tech Breakfast monthly meetup, that's pretty simple. Just go to meetup.com and look for Austin Tech Breakfast, or if you do a Google search or a Bing search or whatever search you like to use, go to Austin Tech Breakfast, and it's Tech Breakfast with one word, T-E-C-H, breakfast, no space between tech and breakfast. You should be able to find the upcoming Austin Tech Breakfast events that we regularly hold. So we hope to see you there on March 12th. Our sponsors and our friends, like our friends here from Thompson Patent Law, have been very generous in their support of us, which has allowed us to buy a lot of breakfast tacos. So I don't think we're planning on, eating 25 pounds of meat, but if we have to, we have to.
No, I think people usually will probably on the Sunday morning have a pretty good appetite, particularly if you've ever had the pleasure of being to Fogo De Chao. That's pretty good,
Uh-huh.
Usually with the circles where you have enough to eat, you turn the circle over like I'm full.
Exactly.
Well, this has been really enlightening. Thank you very much, Craig, from your company, Thompson Patent Law, for telling us about your appearance on the Tech Breakfast on Sunday, March 12th from 9 to 1 at 309 East 3rd Street, which is the rooftop deck in Austin, Texas for Fogo De Chao. And we appreciate having you, Ron Schmelzer, who is the Chief Event Wrangler. I love that name. For Tech Breakfast. And Kathleen, thank you, Kathleen Walsh, the Content and Innovation Director. I'm sure anybody who has the time on Sunday, and if they don't, they should make time on Sunday, March 12th, to attend the Tech Breakfast. And not only it seems like you're going to have good food and a lot of fun, but you're going to find all the latest innovations and technology, not only from the Texas area, but all over the country. Is there any last thing, Craig, that you'd like to say or you'd like to talk about before we let everybody go back on their daily activities?
I'm excited for it, and I'm looking forward to the fun, the fellowship, and the food. Yeah.
Well, it sounds great, and everybody's looking forward to this. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much, Kathleen. And everybody who comes to the Tech Breakfast, it sounds like they're going to have a really great time.
Yeah,
thank you very much, everybody, for participating and telling us about this great event. This is Joel Helfer from Main Street Mavericks Radio. And have a little fun every day. Don't save it up. Bye.
You've been listening to Main Street Mavericks Radio with Joel Helfer. To learn more about the resources mentioned on today's show or listen to past episodes, visit mainstreetmavericks.com.